Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for March 7, 2019. Now this is where we give you a quick look at some of the biggest cord cutting stories happening from the past 24 hours. Now, if you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story so you can read about them for yourselves. Come up with your own opinions. Let me know what you think of them. I'll love to hear from you. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us, and hopefully we can help you save money and break free from high-cost cable TV. Well, let's dive into the news from the past 24 hours. One of the biggest stories right now is that cord cutting nearly doubled. According to a new survey, compared to the growth of 2017, cord cutting's growth, just to be clear, doubled almost in 2018. I have full details and more down in the show notes. Also, the channel's DVR, which is a software-based DVR that can take input from tuners like the HD Home Run and have a DVR there, is testing the ability to auto-skip commercials. If you hate commercials, you want to learn more about their auto-skip feature, I have a link down in the show notes, but they're not the only ones testing this out. Tableau DVRs is also working on this. Core and Dish Hoppers had it for a little while now. And again, though, it's only on recordings. Of course, live TV is a live feed of the show. You can't skip ahead on it. I get that question a lot. One of the stories I think that will probably bring up the most interest today, and I really want your opinion, is that Congress has proposed a new bill that would restore net neutrality, and not only that, would remove the FCC's ability from changing the rules in the future. So last year, the FCC took a look at the 2015 net neutrality bills, which effectively took the control of the internet from the FTC, the Federal Trade Commissions, and moved it over to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. So the FCC would regulate the internet from 2015 until 2018. In 2018, the FCC said, no, this internet should be regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. So they changed the title and moved it back over to the Federal Trade Commission. Now in the House and Senate, they've changed the rules to say, no, we want the FCC, or they're proposing a bill to change the rules and say, no, we want the FCC to enforce the internet rules and have it treated more like TV than to have it treated more like an interstate commerce product. So that means that, there'll be more, the rules and the committees that control TV and cell phones and all that kind of stuff would also control the internet. I'd love to know, what are your thoughts on this? Do you disagree with that? Do you agree with that? I know this is a very hot topic, so please be civil. If you're not going to be civil in the conversation, we may have to ban you. But I'd love to hear your feedback, and we would love to have your thoughts. Do you think that the FTC, the Trade Commission, should do it, or the FCC, the Communications Commission, should do it? Let me know. I'll love to hear your thoughts. Next up, DIRECTV is rolling out an update. Now, this update is rolling out now. Some people have said they haven't got this update for the iOS and Apple TV, but adds single sign-on support, so you log in once to an app on your Apple TV, and all the apps that DIRECTV Now supports are now open. Apple TV app integration, so DIRECTV Now's content would appear inside the Apple TV app for on-demand, resume shows, live channels, and enhanced Siri support. Now the Siri support is the one most people seem to be having trouble with. It should work where you can ask Siri to launch ESPN, for example, and it will change the channel to ESPN, and do all kinds of other features similar to what Fubo TV and PlayStation Vue added. People are saying that's not working right now. If it is for you, leave me a comment. I'd love to know. But these are just some of the features that were added to DIRECTV Now on iOS and Android, or on Apple TV, not Android. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you found anything else. Check out the story for full details. I'd love to hear from you. And lastly, AT&T has announced that they're reorganizing Time Warner, which is now called Warner Media, into 4 divisions. This includes things like CNN, HBO, and more, are now going to break out into 4 different departments. And basically AT&T is taking a big rubber stamp and throwing their thumbprint, their leadership team, and their thoughts on Time Warner. AT&T's made clear they want to make a lot of money with Time Warner. Put a link to this if you want to read more about it. But I'd love to hear from you. How worried are you that AT&T now owns Time Warner, the HBOs, the CNNs, the Cartoon Networks, and more? Does this worry you? And what are your thoughts about their reorganization? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. This does come a few days after we learned that many of the senior leadership at like HBO and the old Time Warner have left or are leaving. So new people coming in, new leadership structure, new thoughts. But hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We do daily updates like this. We do weekly cord cutting Q&As, weekly recap shows with a big look back from the past week, and more. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of the show. And hit that subscribe button. It really does help us.